Welcome back. Let's go to our header.php now, and we see that in the body tag we have something static. The CSS file is static, which means because this is in header, in every page this static class will appear. That's fine, but there's another small issue to this, that we wanted to make this dynamic so that WordPress can add output its own classes also, which helps us basically later on use those classes and do some logic or apply some different styling based on the page we are. So let's make this dynamic. So we'll say PHP, and we'll use a function called body class. Again, we can look for the documentation. So we'll say body underscore class, and inside this we will of course pass our function, otherwise our layout will break. But we will also do now what WordPress will do is it will also add its own classes based on the page that it wants to render. So if we now go to the documentation, here is the body class. So if you want to get any documentation, you just have to type like body class in WordPress. Hit enter and Google will give you that documentation. So you can go and read it out here. So it says this is the how it should be used, and we are using it that way. And the output, if you see, it will render like this: page, page ID, parent page, page template, logged in. So now you can style, you can override the styling based on this class if you want. That's the reason we use this as a body class. So let me add this to our important links text file. Perfect. So now if we go and check our browser, refresh the browser, we should see some dynamic things added to our body tag. So if we go here, so there's our body, and if you see here, it says home class added, blog, logged in. These things are added now along with our home page and is preload classes. So this is why it is important to add that. Perfect. So in the next video, we will go ahead and make our this static template theme more dynamic. So let's continue in the next video. Thank you. Welcome back. Now it's time to make our title text of to be more dynamic. So how can we do that? So here it's hard coded, but if we go to our settings of our website and in general, we see it's written custom theme as site information, and also here the tagline is this and the site URL is this. So let's say we want to grab this information on our front end and want to show it to the user. How we can do that? Let's try that. So we have something called get blog info. This is a WordPress function which takes all these values, name, description, WP URL, these kind of information, and it gives us the corresponding value. So we can go ahead and use this function, and then we will be able to basically show the information on the front end. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to the file which is header.php, and here we have this h1 tag, and inside we have this anchor tag. So let's make this dynamic. So for that, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to the description here. So here it's showing how we can use it. So here we have the code. So let's say we will just grab the content. This piece I will grab for now, which is nothing but getting me the name and the description and then the URL of the base URL of the home page. So let's go ahead and go to our, yeah, here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just say $php and hit enter and paste this code put a tab and paste its code here. So now I have the site name. So what I can do is I can go ahead and use this here. So here, let me break it down a little bit for you. So this is our anchor tag. This is our h1 tag. And here what I'm going to do, I'm going to add $php. You have to always add this PHP tag in order to use anything related to PHP. So here we have the variable now which holds the site name or information. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to say echo, because we have to output that with data. So echo site title. So if I refresh now here, it should show me the name which is present there, custom themes. That's the theme we have. So let's say if I say my theme and save it here, so it will automatically reflect there. If I refresh, there you go, my theme. Perfect. But clicking on this, it's going to take me to index.html because it is hard coded there. But that's what I don't want. What I want is I want to change this or make it dynamic. So we have to again add here PHP, again $PHP, and here we have to just say echo and then this one, the network URL. This is what I have to paste here and semicolon. Similarly, if I go and refresh now, you just observe here somewhere in the browser here, you will see the URL. So if you see now, if I click, it stays on the home page. That's perfect. Now it's great. Let's say I want to show it a little bit here, the site description also. Let's see if how we can display that. So I can use a small tag, small tag, and then I can go ahead and just say echo PHP and use the site description variable. If I go back to my browser and refresh, there you go. I have awesome number one website. So my theme, awesome number one website, that is coming from here. So if I say number one, let's say I say this, change this little bit, hash, then I should see this information there. Save it, and let's refresh it. So that's the power of content management system. You modify something and you don't have to change it on the front end. It automatically reflects. So there are more things that we can do here as shown above. If you want to see admin email or URL, version, HTML type, text direction, language of the website, if you want these values to be accessed, you can easily do that just by just changing the parameters inside this get blog info method. So this is it for this video. Let's continue in the next one. Thank you.